Southeast Louisiana, southwestern Mississippi under an extreme cold warning. Once again, we run under with the last Arctic blast. So we've got to take our time, be patient with the weather. It's going to be cold for the weekend. If you're going to have weekend plans, just kind of make sure to bundle up and check in on your neighbors, especially the elderly, and limit the kiddos' maybe time spent outside in terms of the threats we're going to be dealing with. Wind chill area-wide, we're going to be dealing with wind chills in the teens and in the 20s through a good chunk of Saturday and Sunday. We're dealing with hard freezes once again Saturday and Sunday morning. That's going to be area-wide, so take care of the 4 Ps, the people, the pets, the plants, and the pets. Yes, we have a chance for a few flurries. That's going to have no impact whatsoever. They're going to be few and brief. It's Saturday morning, kind of around daybreak, and shortly thereafter, you look up into the sky, you may see a flake or two falling to the ground. If you're driving around on Saturday morning, you may get a flake or two on your windshield. That's going to be about it. In terms of your first alert, we're talking about the temperature. That's going to be the big story Saturday and Sunday. Saturday morning, 24 for your lows. Sunday morning, down all the way to 19 in Baton Rouge. You'll notice the rebound in temperature, though, as we head into the work and school week. It's going to feel quite comfortable once we get towards the middle of the week. So in terms of that cold weather checklist, here's what we're taking care of. We're taking care of people and pets primarily. We got to check in on those folks that don't have reliable heat. We need to bring in the outdoor pets. If it's the bigger livestock variety, we got to make sure that they have adequate shelter and non-frozen water. Plants you want to try and save, cover them, bring them inside, have heating elements, and then the pipes. Exposed pipes need to be wrapped, and then if you want to drip the faucets, if your water company will allow that, do that Friday night leading into Saturday, and then again Saturday night leading into Sunday. But once the temperatures rebound, make sure to turn that faucet off during the day. Hairspray, gloves, scarf, heavy coat, bundle up. That is the bottom line for tomorrow. If you do have to be out and about, we'll keep you updated on any changes through our weather app. Also a good tool to have, especially if you're going to be heading out to any area parades. And yes, there are a bunch, and they are scattered all across the day on Saturday. The problem is it's going to be cold all across the day on Saturday. We're talking about temperatures still below freezing through about lunchtime, and then barely getting above freezing for the midpoint of the afternoon, and then dropping right back below freezing as we head towards the evening hours. Also going to be a very windy day, so if you have loose items as you're heading out for parades, make sure to secure them. That could be your fold-out chair, that could be an umbrella that you may be trying to catch the beads. Make sure to keep an eye on all those loose things, as well as the kiddos. Don't let them run off either. Here's a look at the wind speeds. You can see expecting sustained winds upwards of 15 to 20 miles per hour for tomorrow. And that wind direction out of the north does matter, because that is going to add that chill to the air. So much so we're going to be dealing with wind chill values maybe in the single digits across the state line and into the teens here across southeast Louisiana for Saturday morning. Not going to rebound much. We're going to be in the 20s for wind chills Saturday afternoon, still in the teens as you go across the state line. You'll notice southwestern Louisiana, they're not going to be dealing with as significant of wind chills. That's why they were under that cold weather advisory. So we expect southeast Louisiana, southwestern Mississippi to be colder than the western half of the state this time around. You'll notice as we get into Sunday midnight, 20s and teens once again for Sunday morning, still kind of in those 20s and teens in some spots. So once we get to 10 a.m., we're expecting a little bit of a thaw out to occur, and that's when the extreme cold warning comes to an end. In terms of rain chances, we're keeping our eyes on the middle of the week. Wednesday of next week for our next cold front to be moving through, and this cold front will have a chance to interact with some moisture to produce some rain in the forecast. So this cold front pushes through sometime on Wednesday. We'll work on exact timing as we get a little bit closer, but a likely rain chance, but severe and flooding not expected to be an issue. And this time around, no major temperature drop following this front. We'll see a little bit of a drop, but not expecting the frigid conditions like we're going to be feeling over this weekend.